All right, this is going over the rates as comparison notes. So I'm just going to go through each of the examples and get you all caught up on today's lesson. A travel agent is preparing 3 different car rental quotes for her customer as shown in the tables below. So we're going on a family vacation and we're trying to decide if we're going to rent our car through Thrifty Voyage, Frugal Ride, or Value Vehicles. All 3 are quality companies, but we want the best deal. Okay, we want to save as much money as we can on the car so that we have all the extra fun money to do roller coasters, putt-putt, get ice cream, snow cones, all the fun stuff. So it tells us at Thrifty Voyage, we will spend $109.50 for 3 days. So that's my rate. Money, 109.50 over 3 days. I need to figure out how much it's going to cost me for 1 day. Okay, so 1 day equals how much money. Okay, so if you cross multiply and then divide, 109.5 times 1 is the same thing. Divide that by 3, and you get $36.50 per day going with Thrifty Voyage. Frugal Ride is going to cost us $71.50 for 2 days. So there's my rate, $71.50 for 2 days. But I want to figure out my unit rate and how much money 1 day is going to cost. So cross multiply and then divide. 71.5 divided by 2 equals $35.75 per day. Value Vehicles cost us $111 for 3 days. We have to cross multiply. 111 times 1 equals 111 and divide by 3. You get $37 for 1 day. Okay, so part A. What is the cost of renting a car for 10 days from Thrifty Voyage, Frugal Ride, and Value Vehicles? Well, we know that we can multiply by 10 using our calculators, or even faster, multiplying it by 10 means the decimal point is moving 1 spot to the right. So Thrifty Voyage is becoming $365 for 10 days. 1 spot to the right. Frugal Ride is going to cost us $357.50. 1 spot to the right. Value Vehicle is going to cost us $370. Part B. Which car rental shop is the best value for a 10-day rental? Well, Frugal Ride, because they were our cheapest 1-day value, and they are the cheapest 10-day value. Okay, so Frugal Ride is our best value. All right, types of rates. Rates can be useful in comparing different quantities. So that problems can be solved. Rates can be solved using tape diagrams or proportions, just like ratios. So we could be looking for the different prices, different speeds of transportation. Okay, there's lots of things that we can be using this for. Use your understanding of rates to answer the questions below. Number 1. A manufacturing line company can produce 15 widgets in 2 minutes. Stop there. That's our rate. Okay? So widgets over minutes. I can make 15 widgets in 2 minutes. How many widgets can the line produce in 30 minutes? Well, I'm going to put my 30 on the bottom because minutes have to stay in the same row. Okay? So now we cross multiply and then divide. 15 times 30 gives us 450. 450 divided by 2 equals 225. We can make 225 widgets in 30 minutes. Number 2, a dripping faucet leaks 10 milliliters in 3 minutes. All right, so the amount of water and the amount of time, minutes. 10 milliliters of water leak out of the faucet in 3 minutes. How many minutes will it take to produce 140 milliliters of water? Well, my 140 has to go on top because our water all has to stay in the same row, okay? So now we're going to cross multiply and then divide. 140 times 3 gives us 420. 420 divided by 10 gives us 42. So it's going to take 42 minutes for those 140 milliliters of water to leak out of the faucet. Number 3, a 12-pack of orange soda is priced at $3. Okay, so we can get 12 cans of soda for $3. Or we can get a 6-pack of the orange soda for $1.75. Which is the better value? So we have to find the unit rate for both of these. Okay, so in this first example right here, I have the 12 cans cost me $3, but if I only get one of those cans, how much is it going to cost me? Okay, so cross multiply and divide. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 divided by 12 is 25 cents. So 1 can is going to cost us 25 cents if we were to get a 12-pack of orange soda. If I have 6 cans and I spend $1.75, I'm going to find out if I only get 1 can, how much that's going to cost me. So 1 times $1.75 is just $1.75, and then we divide that by 6, and we figure out that 1 can is going to cost us 29 cents. Okay, so we want to know, what is the better value? Well, we're paying 4 cents less for every can if we get the 12-pack. So the 12-pack of orange soda is our better deal. Number 4, Anna can type 123 words in 3 minutes. Caroline can type 220 words in 5 minutes. Who can type the fastest? Well, we can't compare these right now because all 4 are different numbers. Okay, we're looking at different units of time, different amount of words. So what we're going to do is find the unit rate to see how many words each girl can type in 1 minute. So cross multiply and divide. 123 times 1 is 123. 123 divided by 3. Anna can type 41 words in 1 minute. Same for Caroline. Cross multiply. 220 times 1 is 220. 220 divided by 5 is 44. So Caroline can type 44 words in 1 minute. Who can type the fastest? Caroline. Okay, Caroline. She can type 3 more words every single minute. Number 5. May read a 403-page book, 403 pages, in 13 hours. At this rate, how long will it take her to read a 248-page book? Okay, I need to figure out how many hours that's going to cost. How many hours that's going to take me to read. So, cross multiply and then divide. 248 times 13 equals 3,224. Divide that by 403, and we get 8. Okay, it's going to take her 8 hours to read a 248-page book. All right, number 6. During a thunderstorm, the local news reports rainfall at 1/2 of an inch per hour. How much rain will fall if it continues for 8 hours? Use the tape diagram below. So a tape diagram is just like a tape measure. You measure, how wide a window is, how tall the door is, okay? What kind of project do we need, okay? How big of our desk is going to fit in the office, all right? So using the tape diagram, I know that we're dealing with inches of rain and hours. So I know I'll put a 1/2 inch, you just pick a spot. 1/2 inch of rain takes 1 hour. Okay, so how much rain will fall if it continues for 8 hours? So let's say 8 hours is all the way over here. Well, turn them into proportions just like that. Okay, and we're trying to figure out how much rain is going to happen. So you cross multiply and then divide. 8 times 1/2 equals 4. 4 divided by 1 is 4. So in 8 hours, it's going to rain 4 inches. All right, number 7. A contractor has 12 gallons of paint, which will cover 2,712 square feet. Which of the following rates best represents the relationship between the number of square feet and the number of gallons of paint? So I have 12 gallons of paint, okay, gallons. And those 12 cans of paint are going to cover 2,712 square feet. It's a lot of space, okay? So now I want to figure out, what does that really mean? Well, if I have 1 can of paint, 1 gallon of it, how many square feet am I going to be able to cover? Okay, how much are we actually going to get painted? So we're going to cross multiply and divide. 2,712 times 1 is the same number, but when we divide that by 12, we get 226. So keeping our labels the same, that means 1 gallon will cover 226 square feet. And I need to figure out which choice says that. Okay? It's either A or C, because there's our magic number that we just got. And the final answer is C. I hope that makes sense, because think about it. A is wrong. If you have 226 cans of paint, you should be able to paint more than 1 square foot. Okay, that makes 0 sense. Okay, but if we do have 1 gallon of paint, we're going to paint about 226 square feet. That makes way more sense. And we skip number 8.